All right, let me give y'all some real spiritual game today. So everything is think for you, right? You're born, they give you your name, birth certificate, social security card, all of it, right? Everything is thought out for you. The community you're born in, the indoctrination from the academics, all of it, right? The jobs that you learn, school, essentially getting A's is just about memory and putting in the work to remember things. Because honestly, if you're not creating cures for something, what are you actually smart? I don't care if you're a brain surgeon, anything, astrophysicist. These people are smart in their craft, right? You take Elon Musk and you throw him in the gym, I make him a newbie. You put me in his universe, I'm an idiot. Completely. Probably dumber than a rat compared to the man, honestly. So at the end of the day, intelligence is really just about what you committed time to remembering. Especially if you're not one of the people that's actually creating a new path in life, which is very hard to do. If you look at everything on earth, it's all an improvement of what was already pre-existing, bro. Ain't nobody created nothing new like that. Straight up. So when I start looking at meditation, for example, why they don't teach it in schools, why they don't teach it in the church, why they got it out of the Bible, is because it's not just the spiritual aspect. It's when you are able to look into your subconscious, figure out where your thoughts are coming from, whose thoughts they are, if they're based in some type of trauma, whatever it is, right? Some type of demonic school of thought. You could then sort these things out and rid them out of yourself. But by you doing that, you rid yourself out of control protocols, which is actually installed in you from fucking day one, from birth, to be a slave and to regurgitate information that they give you, thus taking away any ability to think for yourself. And not only that, you're going to fear it subconsciously and not even know it. Why? Because of the fear reward system that they gave you from birth. If you go use the potty, you get a reward. If you use it in the bed, you might get a spanking past a certain age. A's require get you, all A's 4.0, you might get $100 depending on your family. You know what I'm saying? or extra gifts at Christmas. All F's, you're going to get a punishment. So these things are going to compel you to do better. You know what I'm saying? You want to go outside and ride your bike with your friends. Fear, reward. So we actually develop a subconscious, very powerful fear of even thinking out loud and thinking for ourselves, bro. And meditation will help you develop a spiritual middle finger to the planet and everybody on it. And it's not to be taken personal, but it will be. So you have to learn how to control that. See, when you meditate and when you start to actually go into your spiritual practices for real, you're not going to really, if you really work for that, you ain't going to really care what people down here think. But that's the problem. You'll get, if you rise too far above life, you won't be able to relate to life. Therefore, you won't be able to relate to people. You're probably going to come off a little spiteful, a little hateful. They're not going to understand because they're still spiritually dead. You know what I'm saying? Or spiritually weak. And it's just going to create more confusion and go against the mission, right? So you have to go high in the spirituality, but don't go so high that you detach from reality. The reality is you still have to live as a human. No matter what you think you know, no matter what you actually experience in the supernatural, whatever it is, you're still a human, bro. And if you go too far on that spiritual path and too far in your meditations, you're basically going to be like a reptilian, right? So what's the real thing with AI and reptilians? They don't have no souls. They have no compassion. You could be so spiritual that you lose your soul. Straight up, because you're not going to move it. See, knowledge, with knowledge comes power, but with knowledge comes the potential for being corrupt, period. If nobody tells you that, they might not have as much knowledge as they think, but also maybe they're just lying. Maybe they don't want you to understand that. Maybe they don't want you to look at them and consider maybe they're corrupt. You know what I'm saying? But with knowledge comes power, but with knowledge comes depression, anxiety, and potential corruption, dog. It's a lot that comes with anger, wrath, hate. I mean, come on, bro. You're going to feel a lot of stuff once you start looking at people, like the evil in people, but you got to rise above that. Despite evil, detest evil in people. Don't detest the people because they know not what they do. This is where meditation comes into play. Meditation will help you get all of that in alignment. And listen, I don't always get it, right? I get upset. I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries. I get a temper like a mud for real, for real. So I know that I fall short. We all do. But if you got principles that can help snap you back, oh my God, it works. I'm about to give y'all something else real quick too. In terms of the astral projection, I just got put on to the metronome. Download the metronome app, calibrate it to your heartbeat when you're laying down and getting ready to go to sleep. Okay, now listen. And honestly, I would do it maybe even an hour before I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Take 10, 20 minutes. You don't even need long. Take 10, 20 minutes. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your heart rate. Do a quick body scan, head to toe, toe to the top of your head, and literally feel every inch of your body. Focus your attention on feeling your body. This is going to get you deeper in deeper touch with you, okay? Now focus on the breathing, focus on your heart rate. You need to commit this to memory. All right, that way, when you go into the dream realm, see, one thing in the dream realm, you don't feel your heartbeat. There's something else they don't tell you. You know how clocks don't move and like people don't really be talking, like it's always only usually one person talking to you at a time in a dream? Well, your heart don't beat in your dream either. By you committing this to your subconscious, you'll have a trigger. You'll have a trigger to be able to pull yourself up out of being asleep. While you're asleep, you can now wake up in the dream, and now you can astral project, and I can help prove to some of y'all that this is real. So download the Metronome app, practice some of your meditation techniques. I don't care what you do. It could be binaural beats. It could be guided meditation. It could be the Wim Hof method. I'm giving y'all actual game. I have tried all of them. They all work. I also got another one too. And this one's going to be, this is where we got to get into entertainment value. Now, something I realized about the Catholic, what are they called? Hold on. That's it, the good ministries. I literally clicked the button and hit it right there. Just God was like, good, you know, the ministries or whatever, right? So the Catholic, the spiritual gospel ministries, I'm losing the exact terminology, but y'all know what it is. I'm sure one of you, you know, Catholics gonna correct me. When you go into these prayers, right? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. As you're going through this cadence, bro, it's literally a vibration, bro. It's a frequency that comes with some of these scriptures. There's actual power in the scripture. Now, the trick with these scriptures, and I know this because here's the thing. If I'm saying, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, blah, 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 right? And I'm meditating, I go to sleep, God pulls me out of my dream. This happened. And I'm third person panning out against I'm in like an ice field mountain. And I'm like, it's like one of those movie scenes where you're panning and you're scaling the whole landscape and you can see everything. Third person. Well, that's what it was. It was like an out of body experience. I'm floating over this ice in this snowy, beautiful terrain. And God is telling me, the God that you are trying to understand, you will never fully understand. God be keeping shit short. I woke straight up out of that dream. It was one of the most, I've only had 2 encounters like this with God. And I know it was God. But here's the thing. I'm saying these prayers, and then I have a dream like that. The dream was nowhere. There was no correlation between my dream, my vision, and the prayers of the gospel. No correlation. So it shows you that it's not necessarily about the prayer that's going to bring you into, it's not, when you go into the prayer will bring you to a place that might be outside of what that prayer is actually saying, but it's going to bring you closer to God. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Basically, it's like a passcode on a padlock. Every scripture, every word is you're unlocking, and then beep, you finally hit the little green button. The lock pops, you can take it off, and now you can go through the mystical esoteric door. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's literally a padlock. It's a key padlock. Bing, 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 bing. These scriptures, and you gotta recite them, and you gotta commit it to your soul, bro. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Because when I started doing Catholic prayers, it didn't even take me a month for me to have a vision. So, but I was also at that time, I was also praying like 8 hours a day, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Like you Muslims think y'all got me beat? Shit, I'm cold with it. But I know y'all got jobs and families and other things to do. But make time for your God. Make time for your spiritual practices. And if not, make time for meditation, dog. Because with that alone, y'all gonna be able to see some of the stuff that I'm saying for sure. And at that point, all I need to do is spark some of y'all curiosity to open your eyes to the spiritual realm. Bam, I got it.